Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we'll see a team that can get it done on the ground. The Eagles are top 10 in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against the Falcons, team that wants to keep the running game in check.
It is a snowy and blustery day in the city of brotherly love as we welcome you to Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 51, sub. Ready. Move. Ready, sit up. Hey. Check.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Powell. That throw good for 4. It's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
That's it, baby. Tight end's left. Tight end's left. Hey. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Gun. Check 15. Check 15. Hey, Ripley's. Ready. Check.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Watch left. He's tight right there.
Shift together here from the D-line. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Here's Ryan. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nigel Bradham. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, You are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 16. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
11.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Hey, check 24, check 24. Hey, gun. Let's go. Kill.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Get there.
And here it's just a simple question of whether or not the ball broke the plane. Well, I said it's simple. It's not really that simple. This could be really complicated.
We would love for it to be simple, to know that it did actually cross the plane of the goal line. But as you described, it is a difficult call. All it takes is a portion of the ball crossing that line. Now the officials have to determine if that happened.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman taking it in. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after.
Touchdown. You got cute, son. He took you to school.
Or these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Man left. There we go, back.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11.
Watch tight end. Tight right. There we go, back man.
Play fake to Blount. Now it's Wentz. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 3rd down.
Double tight. Back, man. Three down. Here, sit.
To throw is Wentz. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Wentz going to give this one to Blunt, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
They'll run again with Blunt. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
For Tokyo.
Now Wentz on third down. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On first down, Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left. It's caught inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Wentz now to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
And out now come the Eagles. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Back
tight end's right.
Kill.
4 down. 4 down. Alert.
On second down, here's Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Deion Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Hot. Sack, baby, sack. Eat.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And this one's incomplete. LeGarrette Blount was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move.
Here we go.
Three down. Hey, check. 3 down.
And they'll go Wentz to Blount here. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Single.
Here we go. Lion.
Watch 8.
Now Wentz. He's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll be knocked down sideways. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Double tight,
21.
guys, double tight. Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 78 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Heavy, we got heavy.
Here we go. Lion.
Watch 14.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
He'll run it here with Blunt. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
I know you feel that.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Go.
Wentz to throw on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
One thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On third and long, it's Wentz. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo!
Throwing on first is Wentz. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
That's a takeaway. That's a takeaway. That's how the defense score points.
Hey, wait.
Safe.
Ready? 25. 21.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tack McKinley in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
On second down, Ryan. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On third and one, Ryan. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on fourth down, the Falcons will call on Matt Bosher to punt it away. Back deep, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a second down. To throw, it's Wentz. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now Wentz. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Ready. You ready? Check.
Watch one.
Now Ryan on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Powell. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Here we go. Ready.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Ready.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Throw left side, complete. It's Powell. So we have come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go. Dragging.
Even. 4 down. Even. Tighten up.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Finding Gabriel, complete. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 41-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Porky, 82, Porky.
Oh, shit.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 46. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Wentz. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Shotgun now for Wentz. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Porky, 82, Porky.
Wentz now on first down. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Touchdown, Falcons! Eric Saubert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Ten yards still left on second down.
I got 11, I got 11, I got 11.
Here we go. Hey, kill. Hey, forward toe kill.
Single.
Play fake to Blunt. Now it's Wentz going up top. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Eagles on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 10. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's taken on the 25. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go with 2nd and 7.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Ready. Ready.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
Now it's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
So the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Hey, let's go.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
Ready.
Ryan. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Watch tight end. 4 down, 4 down. Alert.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Crash. Lay down.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Set.
They run it again with Hyde. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Hey.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now it's the backup Keenum. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Brandon Graham in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Now let's go.
95, Mike. Watch 95.
Watch it here, Blue landed.
Just like that.
On second down, Hyde. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
The first throw now for the backup Keenum. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Red zone opportunity.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 4 down. 4 down.
Now let's go.
4 down. 4 down.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
Hurry up. Here we go. No.
They'll give to Hyde. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Hyde, 3rd and goal. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Falcons will call on Matt Bryant for the field goal try. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The drive starts with a handoff to Blunt. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Double tight. There we go. Ramp. Hey, we got 3 down. Lion. West number 29.
Play action. Now Wentz.
Check nickel.
And now here is another interception. He's picked off at his own 47, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Deltha O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
That's it, baby.
Now it's 2nd and 7.
Double tight. Now let's go. 3-19.
Again, it's Hyde. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. 3rd down, Carlos Hyde. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Falcons will call on Matt Bryant for the field goal try. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And Bryant's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing. The whole
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
43's the mic.
Run.
43's the mic.
On second down, here's Wentz. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Ramp.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's going to...
Hey, we got 4 down.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Two times. 4 down.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Oh, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later.